What's up, my dudes? This is a story time video, and now I don't use my face in my videos because I don't feel like it and I'm too lazy. So I just decided to use these images to just tell the little story, you know? So, hello guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Subscribe and like if you want. I don't really care that much. But this is a story time on how I became popular by having seaweed on my lunch table. Um, very dumb way to become popular, but I only was popular for like 3 minutes, and that's it. So seaweed is a very like I don't want to say unknown snack, but it's pretty not popular at my school. But I don't really care that much. But the seaweed that I eat and what most people eat that eat seaweed is roasted seaweed because nobody's gonna eat raw seaweed straight up from the ocean. We are not like that, I hope. But I guess people never saw seaweed before, like, and they were curious and they wanted to try it. And this is how everything went down. This actually happened yesterday, and I'm still not recovered from this moment, but let me tell you the story. So I was just being a young little person and, taking out my seaweed, getting ready to eat it, and then I suddenly got the feeling. I became full. So, just me, just not wanting to waste the seaweed because you don't waste food that's not, um, okay, since there are starving children in Africa and I can't run to Africa, I decided to give it to my friend because she also likes seaweed, and it was just the perfect plan. So I gave her my seaweed, and so this other girl asked her, "What's that?" "Seaweed." So the girl was like, "Hey, can I try some seaweed?" And I just thought this was a nice little, trade for seaweed. You give a seaweed, and then she just eats it and says, "Oh, this is not that good," because most people hate seaweed and hate it. But anyways, so this did not happen. I mean, she did pass the seaweed to her, but a bunch of other people started asking, "What's that?" So I was feeling embarrassed, and I was feeling, what are they gonna do? So she started passing more of the seaweed around instead of just to that one person. I was, of course, as you guys say, shook, and I was embarrassed and nervous to see what people would say. No, 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 no. It went farther from there. So this boy at the boys' table, because we had separate tables, he asked if he could try some. So the girl legit gave him the seaweed, and then another boy was like, "Ew, is that seaweed?" I was embarrassed. I was shook. I was past shook. Oh my gosh, I was very embarrassed. Things went farther than there. People then gave it to two of my teachers. What? Why? Why would you give freaking seaweed to two of your teachers? Why would you do that? And I was like, the seaweed's mine, guys. But at this point, I was like, no, the seaweed is not mine. I'm not responsible for this. I'm not going to do this. So at this point, a girl at our table sat down to go eat her lunch. So at this point, she was like, "What is that?" "Seaweed." She got it, she sniffed it, it was gross to her. So she got up out of her seat without asking permission. I know you have to ask permission to get up in the lunchroom, it's stupid. But, anyways, so she got up and she went to another freaking table and she put the seaweed on the other table and said nothing. She just got up out of her seat and put the seaweed on the table.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before.
So at this point, I was already dead. So the seaweed legit went to the girls' table, to the boys' table, to some other class table. I was very, very embarrassed. Like, why would you do that? My seaweed was the most popular thing. And so now, at this point, a teacher comes up to her and says, I need to talk to you. Now, I was petrified because what is he going to do? Whose seaweed is that? Oh no, I was going to be in trouble because I decided to give my seaweed to somebody. This is my fault. So, you know what I did? Nothing. Thankfully, he didn't do anything. He was just like, you have lunch detention because you got out of your seat without permission. So thankfully I was saved, and at the end of the lunch period, I gave, well, not me, somebody gave the seaweed to another guy in our class who likes seaweed. So this triggered my anxiety. So that was amazing. That was an amazing day. That was an amazing time. And I really hope that doesn't happen again. So, the girl who gave everybody the seaweed, she's still my friend. We're cool. It's not really her fault. You know, she was just kind of clueless, but we are still friends. So, please, please don't write in the comments that she's really mean because that would hurt my feelings because she's not mean at all. Thank you guys for this video, for this really horrible video. I hope you have a good day, good night, or I don't know. Who knows? Yes, goodbye.